guys, it's Janice at Ozark Family Homestead, and it is fairly early in the morning and we are getting started on a new video for you guys today. So for us, it is Thanksgiving Day, and so we have some food prep work that needs to be done before we go to Grandma and Papa's house. And I thought we would just kind of take the camera along and show you guys. We're making several dishes to take along, so it's going to be a pretty busy morning, and I don't know, we'll see how this goes. It is a little trickier to make food while you're filming the making of the food, but Sarah and I are we're gonna try. So where we're at right now is gonna sit down and eat some breakfast real quick, just some scrambled eggs and some veggies and some coffee, and then we'll get going in the kitchen. So here we go. And just for those that are curious, this is what the breakfast plate is looking like this morning. I like the colors. It's pretty pretty. Look who woke up. Where you going? Oh, I know what you're doing. You got presents in the mail yesterday, didn't you?
No, so, what if the mentions out of Anna's bedroom because I want all coloring them?
It's a color by number. And you have been loving that so much.
Also, I was playing with this yesterday, and I finished it.
You did. Oh, that's pretty.
Okay, do you want to see all of it? All the guesses?
You want to see all of it? Do you guys want to see all of it? Hey, can you say thank you to Miss Krista?
Thank you.
Because you really love it, don't you? She picked out wonderful presents for you. Yeah, Krista, she's loving the stuff. The color by number that you sent, so she stayed up late last night, just sitting up in bed doing the color by number, and went in there to see, why is she still in bed? She wasn't asleep in there. No, she had been awake for a while doing color by number in the bed. So
On Snoopy.
on your Snoopy blanket. Yeah, sitting on her Snoopy blanket, doing color by number. Uh-oh, does the robot have something? I hear a noise.
I can
Sounds like he's into something. You gonna fix it? She's our robot vacuum fixer nowadays. What did he try to eat?
a paper bag.
A paper bag? Tell him he's not supposed to eat that.
Yeah, this is for Barbie where we put her using.
Oh, the Barbie shoes belong in that. All right.
And then also, Sarah and me and Andrew are gonna have a grandma camp.
Grandma
today.
camp? A sleepover at Grandma's?
For 3 days.
3 days. Are you excited about it? All right, so Rebekah is eating her breakfast. Show them that pepper. That is the biggest mini pepper that I may have ever seen. Is it yummy? It is yummy. So here, Sam, I'm going to show them over here real quick. He's going to get the dishwasher loaded up, but I'm going to show you real quick. I'm getting the sweet potatoes going. Making sweet potato casserole, and I don't need this many for the casserole.
That's yummy.
It is. You like that, don't you? I'm going to go ahead and fill this up and just run it full is what I'm trying to say. And any extra sweet potatoes I'll put in the fridge, and they can be eaten tomorrow and whatnot. So I'm going to do this at 12 minutes, and then just it'll vent naturally, and then we'll get going on that. Hey, Sarah, what is your number one thing that you're going to start on?
I was going to go grab the apples for the apple pie.
Okay, so apple pie first, and then you're doing a sugar-free dessert also.
Probably a pie.
Okay, probably a pie. I was going to say, have you decided yet? So, all right. So she's going to get going on hers. We've both had our breakfast.
Yeah.
Are you going to make it before we leave? Or are you going to make it in the van as we drive there?
Baking would be a little difficult.
You know what? We forgot to fit the boots back and turn it on so Sam did it for once.
Oh, you forgot to fix that robot vacuum. We call him Bruce, so you all that are confused about fixing Bruce, poor Bruce. What's going on with Bruce? Bruce is the name of our robot vacuum.
And the other one named Bruce Jr.
Bruce Jr. Bruce, we have two of them. Yeah.
Yeah, because David named him Bruce Jr.
David did. So Bruce and Bruce Jr.
It has the tape on the face.
Has tape on the face, on the buttons on the top. Well, Bruce comes and cleans our floors every day, so we like Bruce. Okay, you go do your thing, Sarah, and I'll get going on my end. Okay, so Sam is doing the cleanup. He's getting the cast iron skillet done and everything else from eggs this morning. I have my recipe out over there for the sweet potato casserole. I will try to link this in the description box because I just got it online, but it looks like I printed it up back in 2013. So if it still exists on all recipes, that'll be in the description box. Sarah is getting going. Oh,
Salt.
sorry. Sarah is getting going on the apple pie, and she's going to make the pie crust first, but both the crust and the actual like apple filling recipe, right? Yeah. Both of those are in this cookbook here, which if I could only have one cookbook, it would be this one, this Better Homes and Gardens cookbook. I got this like right whenever I moved out of my mom and dad's house. This is Sarah's copy because I bought her own copy years ago, and she is moving into it. She's got her own little notes and stuff here from making her apple pies and whatnot. So this one will go with Sarah when on that sad day when she leaves our house. Say it isn't so. So she's going to work on that while the sweet potatoes are going. I am going to get the Pasta House copycat salad thrown together. It's really quick and easy to do, but I'll pick the camera up here at some point and show you how all that comes together. Now, what are you wanting to say to everybody, baby?
I ate my big pepper.
I ate my big pepper. Didn't waste your food. Say, we don't waste food in this house. And are you watching the kitchen show while you have your breakfast? Yep, watching the show.
Now I need to eat my eggs.
Now she needs to eat her eggs.
I did eat one of my eggs, and I ate a piece of salt, and it was really crunchy.
Oh, a piece of salt was in there. Yep, it is crunchy.
Really crunchy.
Now, where are David and Anna and Abigail?
At Grandma Camp.
Oh, they're at Grandma Camp. So they are going to come home with us today.
Then Andrew and me and Sal get to go.
Yep. And you're going to have fun times at Grandma Camp too with Grandma and Papa.
Yeah, and I get to bring my number coloring thing.
You are, yeah. You decided you want to take that with you too.
And you get to take coloring books too.
No, I think Grandma probably has coloring books. Grandma's house has lots of fun stuff at it already.
She have a computer and a book, and when you do sound, it's music, ABC.
It's a toy computer for children, right?
Okay. Not for older people.
Not for older people.
And sometimes Abigail and Nana play with it too.
That kind of older is okay? Yeah, okay. You eat your eggs, and I'm going to do salad, okay?
Okay. And that's all. When I'm done eating my eggs and done eating, put to my teeth, I gotta keep on doing my number coloring thing.
Oh, after you get dressed and we fix your hair and you get all your morning jobs done, you gotta make the bed too. Anna and Abigail aren't here. So you have to be the big sister and do it, right?
I need to be like Anna and Abigail.
Yeah, you take over those jobs? Good idea.
That's all. I don't have to make the bed at Grandma's house because
Grandma doesn't make you make beds?
Yeah.
Yay, Grandma.
She's really nice.
She is.
And Papa ate too.
Yeah, you have good Grandma and Papa, don't you?
And Grandma and Papa Mac.
Okay, Sarah's going on the dough. I don't think I mentioned, so that Better Homes and Gardens cookbook, if that is something that you would like to add to your kitchen, We do have it in our family's Amazon storefront. So I'm going to pin a comment down in the comment section of the video and have the link to our Amazon storefront. If you click the link and you go there and you buy anything, whether it's the cookbook or toothpaste, I don't know, anything, our family gets a little commission from Amazon for you doing that. So check it out. We've got a whole bunch of stuff on there. We've got kids' toys and garden stuff and books.
I love looking at the garden also.
And she loves in the garden. Hi guys. You're so camera shy. So I'm over here waiting on the sweet potatoes to come to pressure. I always feel like, is it gonna go to pressure? Is it gonna go, or is it eventually goes to pressure, but I always start second guessing myself. I'm still waiting on it to pressurize. What I wanted to show you all is I have the ingredients set out for that Pasta House. So Pasta House restaurant serves this salad, and this is supposed to be the copycat recipe for it. Basically what I'm going to do is I am going to just chop up this head of iceberg lettuce, chop up these 3 romaine hearts that are in this package. I'm going to grate up or shred this Parmesan cheese here, and I always kind of eyeball it just to whenever it looks like enough. I have more Parmesan cheese in the refrigerator too. And I'm going to thinly slice some red onion. Again, I'm going to eyeball it to where it looks just like the right amount in comparison to the lettuce greens. And then I'm going to drain a can of artichoke hearts. This is a 13.75 ounce can. I'm going to drain that. Who came in our house? Andrew's outside doing animal chores with Shawn. Frito came to see us. Look, he's clawing your coat there.
Yeah, it's not good.
Does it feel like winter out there today?
It's cold.
It is cold out there. Frito says, oh, it's warm in here. Frito is getting so big that now it's kind of hard from a distance to tell him from Starboy.
You just look at his ear.
Yeah, Starboy is our full-grown adult orange cat. But he has a misshapen ear.
It's something Daddy did cover with his
He
legs.
does. And Frito does not have any issues with his ears, so he is a loving kitty cat. Oh, you guys. He loves people. Are you his people?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you think you are his favorite person? Maybe?
Yeah,
You probably spend the most time with them.
Yeah. You carry him around everywhere.
You tote him around.
Yeah.
And I pet him a lot.
Boy.
He is so cute.
He is. Okay. When is that going to pressurize? Hopefully it does. See, I'm second guessing myself.
It will.
It will. Andrew says it will. I know. I always think it's not going to. And okay, so drain this, drain the juice out of this, and I do chop these up a little bit just because they're too big as they are now, and I chop those up and put them in. Sometimes I've added a second can. So again, I eyeball, I always do, you know, this, and then I eyeball the other stuff. And when I'm done doing this, I will also make up the dressing, and I'll show you how I do all that stuff too. Our pie dough is coming along. She's still over there working at it. Sarah is better at pie dough and biscuits now. So I taught her how to do it years ago, and she has, I don't know, she has gone above and beyond me at this point.
And learn how to do it.
Yes, learn how to do it.
We use lettuce for cabbage soup and egg roll in the bowl.
We use lettuce, we use cabbage for cabbage soup and egg roll in a bowl. Lettuce and cabbage look a lot alike, but they're different, aren't they?
Uh-huh.
They're both green, like green balls, but they are different, right? Status report. Andrew has been put to work cleaning up apples for apple pie. And the Instant Pot did come to pressure. Andrew was right. Yeah, he said, I told you so. He's usually my Instant Pot dude because he's the lunchtime helper, and when we do loaded potatoes and stuff like that, he knows the Instant Pot. Rebekah finally finished her breakfast. It takes, 10 times longer than it should because she's a chit-chatty kind of kid. Okay, so that's going. There's the crust back there in the back too. So bottom crust, and then she's got the top layer sitting there to the side. And this is where I'm currently at. All the iceberg lettuce is in the bowl, and I'm working on those romaine hearts now, getting those in there. So that's where we're at this point, and we're just gonna keep plugging away at it. All right, so here we are on the Instant Pot. I'm just waiting for it to depressurize at this point. This is where I'm at with the salad. I haven't chopped, I've drained these, but I haven't started chopping them up yet. This is what the whole artichokes. Andrew's dropping stuff. He's getting the little, okay, this is the #1 thing that our viewers purchase out of the Amazon storefront. So if you look at nothing else, this is the most popular thing. He's gonna use this cheese grater to grate up that Parmesan cheese for me for this salad. It is super handy. I mean, we use it all the time for not just cheese, but for carrots and stuff like that too. So again, Amazon storefront, you can see all of that stuff in there. Sarah is making the beautiful top crust. Look at that. It's so pretty. And the rest of the pie, here, let me come around this side. This is what pie is looking like right now. And it's gonna be awesome. So got the cloves, nutmeg, cinnamon in there. Of course, there's sugar in there too, along with the apples. And she's gonna make some beautiful stuff there with that top crust. Oh, the rolling pin. I'm gonna tell them about the rolling pin here too. So this rolling pin belonged to Shawn's grandma. So Sarah is using kitchen tools that belong to her great grandma, which I just think is super duper awesome. It just makes me happy. So there you go. That's what it's gonna end up. The beautifulness is starting there on that top crust. It's a talent right there. It's a skill to be able to do that, Sarah. And to grate cheese too, Andrew.
Grating cheese is good cheese.
It's just grating cheese. Okay, we're gonna get back to work, and I will check back in with you guys here in a little bit. Oh, she's doing the flip-flop, make the lattice work. There you go. How does Sarah do that? This is how she does that. And when it's all said and done, it ends up being super pretty. You get little peaks at the apples underneath. See, trimming off the extra. And then gonna pinch it around there, around the rest of the crust. So, it's a beautiful thing. It slices, it dices. It's super easy. And it makes it look really cool. How about that? And we have the second batch of coffee going in the percolator. Finished off the first pot, and I think we've got some that are still going to enjoy some more coffee. Right, Andrew? And Sam just came back inside too, so he'll probably get some as well. This has depressurized now. The little button is down there in the back, so it'll be time to get started on sweet potato casserole. But this is how the salad has turned out. So now this is filled to the brim. It is full, and I've tried to mix stuff up as easily as I can here, just with the 2 forks, tossing it a bit. Now what will happen is once I make up the dressing, which I'm about to show you guys, and we don't put the dressing on it until immediately before we serve it at Grandma and Papa's house. And this will, it shrinks down some once you add the dressing on there, so it won't be quite so crazy full at that point. Sarah is looking through, which cookbook are you looking in, Sarah? One of the Trim Healthy Mama cookbooks here, Trim Healthy Table. And it's in our Amazon storefront also. She's looking for a sugar-free dessert recipe, trying to decide which one to go ahead and make. I am going to go grab a different battery real quick, and then I'll show you how I put together the dressing for the Pasta House Copycat salad. Okay, so Samuel is my cameraman back there. He's taken over for that. And the music in the background, that's Andrew. He's playing his new guitar for us. I'm about to make up the dressing for the Pasta House salad. It is so simple, and you can use it on so much more than something like this. And we got the Bruces going too. There's noise in the background. So I like to get a jar that has the markings on it, the 1 cup, 2 cup, 3 cup markings on it, just because it makes it simpler for me to throw this together. Your ingredients are just going to be some extra virgin olive oil, some red wine vinegar, salt and pepper. That's it. For us making this salad, I like to do 1.5 cups of olive oil and then 1.5 cups of the red wine vinegar, which kind of blows through this container here. So I already had 1.5 cups of the olive oil in there. And I'm going to go ahead and take this up to the 3 cup mark on this jar. If you don't have a jar with the markings on it, I mean, you can use a measuring cup or something and do it that way, but this just is, it's one less step. It's one less thing to dirty up. So used up a lot of that. And then I am going to eyeball the salt and pepper in here. I don't have specific measurements. I like to pour the pepper into the lid, same thing with the salt, because if I just start dumping, I dump too much. So this helps me, I don't know, have better control over it. And so I just kind of eyeball it there, dump the excess back in there, scoop that out of the way. And also, this is our Celtic sea salt. This is the coarse Celtic sea salt, and this is a peanut butter jar lid. Do not use the metal canning lids on your salt jar because they will rust. They will corrode super quick. But plastic is good. Bruce is coming up here and he's going to hit my feet. There he goes. I don't know why those robots can always find your feet. So same thing, pouring it into the lid, and I'm going to put some in there. Just eyeball it. Pour the excess back in the jar, and then I'm going to shake it all up. So it's already trying to separate in there, and I'm going to shake it up. The salt will dissolve in here over a little bit of time. And like I said, we're not going to put this on the salad till we are at Grandma and Papa's house and we are ready to eat. This will separate again. So I'll give it a shake right before I pour it on top. And this makes a little bit extra. I will have some left over in the jar, but I always like to take a little too much instead of not enough. And the extra we bring home and we just use on regular salads. So that is it. It is an easy peasy recipe. I'm going to clean some stuff up here and start getting to work on the sweet potato casserole. Okay, I have actually changed my mind. So here, I'm going to give you a little peek in here. The pie is baking in the little oven. Sweet potatoes are done. They are very, very hot. I'm going to let them sit here and cool a bit because I will have to peel the skins and stuff off for the casserole. And I'm going to go ahead and get the roasted Brussels sprouts going in the oven because these take a good hour from beginning to end. What I'm going to do is I have 5 bags here of these. These come from Aldi. Walmart carries frozen Brussels sprouts also, but our Aldi has a better price than Walmart. So I'm going to use 5 bags of these because that's about how much will fit on a cookie sheet here. The stainless steel cookie sheets, those are in the Amazon storefront as well. So I'm going to put 5 of these on here. I'm going to drizzle it with olive oil, salt and pepper, and then this is some of our homegrown garlic. I'm going to mince quite a bit of garlic up and sprinkle it on here, and it goes in a 425 degree Fahrenheit oven for at least 45 minutes. So about 30 minutes in, I'll shuffle it all around and make sure everything is coated in olive oil and stuff. But I usually go a minimum of 45 minutes. The longer you go, the sweeter the Brussels sprouts get. You actually want them to look like they have blackened, burned spots sporadically on the Brussels sprouts. And that's when you know that they are kind of, I guess, caramelizing and good and sweet. They're delicious. Roasted Brussels sprouts are my favorite vegetable. The kids love them and everything. And roasting them until they are good and sweet, that's the trick, in my opinion. So I'm going to get started on this, and then when those get shoved in the oven for that 45 minutes to an hour, then I will have that time to focus on the sweet potato casserole. I think Sarah is checking her ingredients. She's thinking of going with a pumpkin custard silk squares or pie. I think she was leaning towards pie, but we'll see. We'll see what she ends up doing. That cookbook there, I think we already showed you that. So, okay, I'm going to get going on some Brussels sprouts. Okay, and for those of you wondering, this is just how I drizzle it with olive oil there. Put a good amount on there. You don't want to drown it, but put a good amount on there. And then I still have to add the salt, pepper, and garlic, but you know, you can eyeball that. And then I'll come back again whenever it's been in the oven for a bit, and I'll just give you an update then. Okay, so let's see here. Brussels sprouts, can you see there? Brussels sprouts, that's what they're looking like there. Sweet potatoes, I'm going to try to peel these 5 and see if that's enough. I'm supposed to have 4 cups of cubed sweet potatoes. These are so soft, there's no cubing these. So I'm going to measure those out, and I'll use these others if I need to. Otherwise, I'll just put them in the fridge for later. And the pie just came out of the oven, so it's a beautiful thing. And I think it will be thoroughly enjoyed. Sarah did decide to go with the pumpkin. You're doing bars instead of pie, yeah, right? Isn't that what you said? So she's got her ingredients out, and she is working on getting that going. So this one is sugar-free too. I don't know if I mentioned that. This is a sugar-free dessert for Thanksgiving. So that is where we're at right now. I'm going to keep plugging away at it. And I might do green beans. I can't decide if I'm going to or not. So that one is still up in the air. But we're actually going to bake this at my mom's house. Just going to assemble it, get it all put together in a 9x13 dish. And so this really isn't going to take too much time since I'm just throwing everything together. All right, another update. So Sarah just went out to the summer kitchen because she needs to use the food processor for the crust part of this one. And we keep the food processor out in the summer kitchen now. Shawn is over there looking through comments. He's scanning YouTube comments in there. And I am going here on the sweet potatoes. So I did peel the ones that I had shown you and 1 extra that I had back there. So I now have 3 in the refrigerator that can be used up later on. I am softening, which is turning into total melting. Turn that off. Some butter. So what I'm going to need here, again, I'm going to try to link the recipe, but just in case I can't, what I'm needing is 4 cups of sweet potato, a ½ cup is what it calls for of white sugar, and I have a note on here that says try ¼ cup. We prefer a ¼ cup of sugar. 2 eggs, which I'm using are water glassed eggs. So this is what they look like. Now they have been in this bucket since April. So did I put 2024? That would be 2025. So yeah. This would be April 2025. We used up everything from 2024. So April 2025, and now it's Thanksgiving Day. So this is what they look like. I'm going to wash up 2 eggs from in there for the sweet potato casserole. And then it calls for a ½ cup of milk, but I have a note on here that it's actually creamier if you use evaporated milk. And it worked out because I had a ½ cup of evaporated milk in the refrigerator. Anna had made a homemade coconut cake before she left for grandma camp, and there was a half cup of evaporated milk left. So I'm glad to be using that. Oh, I need to get vanilla extract down. Let me see, Sarah doesn't have it out yet. Okay, here we go. Vanilla extract. And this is our homemade, I have a video on homemade vanilla extract, so I'll link that in the description box as well, because we're gonna need a teaspoon of that. And then I don't have everything out for the topping yet. And I do usually make a double batch of the topping just because that is the extra super yummy part. A regular base layer and double of the topping layer. So I'm gonna start throwing everything together in a big bowl, get it in a 9x13 pan. This is thoroughly softened at this point. Oh, and I was gonna show you too. So we've been using butter from Daisy, our cow. She is now dry because she's expecting a calf, so we're not getting any milk from her right now. I'm pretty sure this is our last bag of homemade butter from Daisy. This just got pulled out of the freezer, so it is hard as a rock. And so I got into some store butter to go ahead and use. I'm going to use this for that topping, that double topping layer, because you make like a crumble there for the top. So we are hitting the stage of the year here where we're back into store butter again. But I'm going to get going, getting this mixed up here, and I'll check back in with you guys here in a little bit. Does that look okay? I have you all set up on top of that bucket of eggs, so I hope that works out there. I am going to start dumping everything in here. Sweet potatoes, and a 1/4 cup of the sugar. That. 2 eggs. I've already rinsed them off out of the bucket that you all are sitting on right now. And I'm just cracking them into a bowl. The shells go into our chicken bucket with those sweet potato skins, so they're not going to waste. The chickens are actually going to eat them up. This is, let's see, can you see? I don't want to spill it. That is what the egg looks like that came out of the water glass. This one actually still held its yolk. Oh, if I do it too far, it's going to spill out. It still held its yolk intact. Sometimes these water glass eggs, the yolk will just, you know, it's a runny yolk there. But that one's good. I give it a sniff just to make sure. Usually if an egg is bad, you know it real fast that the egg is bad. Oh, that one stayed intact too. I tell you what, for eggs that have been in a bucket since April, I'm pretty pleased. So 2 eggs, and oh, I didn't get the salt out. I need a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, which Sarah has over here. I do use the fine salt whenever we're baking, so I need a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and I know I'm going to need a 1 teaspoon for that vanilla extract. So we're gonna get those out. I tried to be prepared, guys, but I'm not a cooking show. So there we go. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. There we go. Then the 4 tablespoons of very, very softened butter. It'll work out. It being melted is not a big deal. So I'm going to scrape that. And then, let me see. That's kind of hot on the bottom there. Oh, you brought me a sticker.
It's a rainbow.
Oh, Rebekah brought me a rainbow sticker. Very, very pretty, baby. Okay, 4 tablespoons of butter softened, 1/2 cup of milk, but we are using evaporated milk because, like my dad would say, it's more better. Evaporated milk. And then that 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So, here we go. And then I am just going to stir all of this up together and put it in a dish. Can we see? There you go. We're gonna stir it all up together. I will put it in a baking dish and then get going on that topping. And it looks like I need to pull pecans out of the freezer because I do need to chop up quite a bit of pecans, and I keep them in the freezer. They're easier to chop up when they're not frozen. So I'm gonna mix this up, put it in a pan, pull out some pecans, and we'll be back in a little bit. So Andrew's gonna head back outside again. They are working on getting all the hoses and stuff put up because it's supposed to get cold. Really, really cold. The timer just went off for the the base crust for the sugar-free pumpkin dessert. And I've already shown you all that. She is working on, this is a, what is that, Sarah? Just beef gelatin?
And the fluky stuff.
Oh, so this is going to be a thickener. That's its purpose, isn't it? For that, to make it nice and thick. So that's what she's working on with the blender. I am getting going on the topping part for the sweet potato casserole. So I've got that there. The Brussels sprouts are just about done. I haven't pulled them out just yet, but I'm going to go ahead and do this. Like I said, double batch, and then we will go from there. All right, we're going to get this topping put together here. If you hear noise in the background, it's Sarah throwing stuff into the blender. So since I'm making a double batch of the topping, I'm going to use 1 cup of, it says packed brown sugar, but we use sucanat. It's a more natural type brown sugar. There's no packing the stuff. It's just, it's loose. So 1 cup of that. Double batch, we're doing 2/3 cup of flour. So I'm going to do 1/3 cup and another 1/3 cup. Those 6 tablespoons of butter that I showed you a little bit ago, I am going to put this in there, and I'm going to end up, smashing it up so it crumbles up also. And then finally, well, I'm going to wait. I'm going to do my chopping up with the pastry blender first. I'm doing the last bit of the pecans here. I have had this doodad probably as long as I've had that Better Homes and Gardens cookbook. I don't know why I received this so early in life, but it was one of the first things I think I got whenever I moved out onto my own. And so definitely got money's worth out of this thing. It's going to be a cup of chopped pecans. Again, I'm doing a double batch, so a cup of chopped pecans. So at this point, I'm going to take these other ingredients and start crumbling them up, basically just getting that butter mixed in there with the flour and the brown sugar, which, like I said, ours isn't really brown sugar. And I'm just using the same bowl. So we've got a little bit of sweet potato. I almost said pumpkin. I've got Sarah's pumpkin dessert on the brain. Sweet potato ooziness here in the bowl, but it's all going to get mixed together anyway. So that is all right. And it is one less dish that has to be washed. So I don't know if you can see that butter is starting to crumble up in there. And I just want to get it into small little pieces. It'll all end up melting in the oven anyway whenever we bake it at my mom's house. So I'm going to keep doing that. And then at the last minute, I'm going to dump the pecans in, stir it all up, and dump it on top of the sweet potato casserole over there. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. Can you see that? I hope you can see that. So little, kind of pea-sized chunks of butter in there, and the flour and the sugar all mixed up together. So I will scrape this better because I'm not leaving all that on that pastry blender there, but I am going to go ahead and dump this in there and get it mixed up. Got pecans stuck. in between there. We'll get that all mixed up too. See, this is the good crunchy part of the casserole. That's why they like double. If I could have sugary sweet potato casserole, I would be getting into this. This was one of my favorites, but I will have plenty of other things to eat there, so that way I'm not tempted by this kind of stuff. Okay, I'm gonna go dump this on top of the casserole, start doing some cleanup, and let Sarah use the blender. They're behind you guys. It's gonna be loud. So we're moving on to the next thing. And, well, here, let me show you first. She's still getting all the ingredients in there. This is what the sweet potato casserole ends up looking like with the toppings spread out on there. I'm gonna put the lid on and got a post-it note to remind us so when I get to Mom's house, I don't have to think about that. I did pull the Brussels sprouts out. I just want to show you guys what they look like. We are not ready to leave just yet, so I actually have the oven turned off. I'm going to stick these back in the oven just to stay warm, but this is what they're looking like. Super sweet, yummy. We love them. Now, I typically, here, move my coffee cup. I typically transport them in this container right here, but these are all full of kombucha scobies. I need to get another batch going. I make 3 gallons at a time, so I had to find something different to put it in. I'm gonna go ahead and put the Brussels sprouts in this. I really don't use this that often, but now I'm glad I have it. Can I get the lid back off again? Yep, there it goes. That's what we're gonna transport the Brussels sprouts in. And I think we decided we're gonna skip the green beans. I think we're gonna have plenty without taking green beans. So we're not going to bother with that. That is marked off the list. While I have you over here though, you want to see the mushrooms? I made mushrooms in the freeze dryer for the first time, and I am really, really pleased at how they've turned out. Mushrooms were on sale at 10 bucks. And so this is my first batch. I ended up getting a little over 5 quart jars of them. The extra is still out in the summer kitchen, but I have enough to do 2 more batches. So I should be set on mushrooms for a while. This was cabbage that I did last year. And we have used the freeze-dried cabbage in soups.
No.
What was it? Egg roll in a bowl?
Yeah.
Oh, and it worked? Okay. Egg roll in a bowl is what it was then. And I didn't have any fresh on hand. It rehydrated very, very well. So there was that. The seal had come loose on it, so we brought it back in here and resealed it. And these are the diced up peaches that are freeze dried as well. So really cool to have those shelf stable things there. But okay, I'm gonna start cleanup. We've got some cleanup to do. Sarah's gonna finish up that sugar-free dessert. We're gonna clean up. I think you said you wanted to water the greenhouse before we headed out to Grandma's, because she'll be staying as part of Grandma camp there. And we're gonna start wrapping it up. I've got some laundry to bring in, and I washed boys' sheets today too, so I do need to get those sheets. I'm just gonna throw them in the dryer since it's cold outside and we're leaving soon. But we are gonna go do the next thing. So we are wrapping it up here. Sam got the dishwasher going, and he's doing a hand washing here because we had too much that would fit in the dishwasher. Andrew was packing, so he is the last one to eat. Just some leftovers for lunch, and he's got his stuff to load up in the van. The guitar is going to Grandma's house, so we will not have music in our house for several days. By the time you guys see this video, children will all be back home again, so we will be all back together again at that point. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the food here before we start loading things up in the van and heading that way. So this is what the Brussels sprouts end up looking like, and I have them in this dish because my plan is when we put the sweet potato casserole in the oven for 30 minutes there, I'm going to throw this in as well just to heat them up, because we're driving 2 hours to get there. These will need to be reheated before we eat them, and we can do that in this container here. Sarah's pie, apple pie there, sweet potato casserole. Here is the I almost said 7-layer salad. Pasta house salad with that dressing right here. And then this is the sugar-free pumpkin bars that are going as well. And they are refrigerated, so they have thickened up really, really well. So that is what we are doing for food. And we're getting ready to hit the road. It's just about all done. Shawn's gonna load stuff up in the coolers, and that'll be that. We'll get some children back home and lose others to grandma camp. And we've got some children back at grandma's house.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Waiting on cousins and everybody else to get here. Somehow we live the furthest away and we managed to get here first. Did you have a good time at grandma camp?
Yeah.
It was miserable, wasn't it?
Nope.
Cried every day for your mama.
That was tight.
I missed you, but
You
I didn't
missed
cry.
me. Okay, she missed me. So Anna cried every day for her mama.
That's good.
I missed you. What is in here?
No, dude, that's one of yours.
Just a pretty, pretty necklace.
It's a locket.
A locket. So, all right, as soon as everybody gets here, I think we'll be eating.
Yeah, and play with our cousins. And I can play with Kenzie and Selby and Melanie. They're my cousins.
They're your cousins. Yeah, they're her
Not so.
cousins.
Not so. We play with Zach. Very silly.
Very silly. And we have the whole crew here, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the food here before we eat. What?
They give me my food.
In just a little bit. So we've got some dinner rolls over here, and then some dressing, chicken and dressing. This is my grandma's recipe. My dad makes it now for Thanksgiving. Potluck potatoes here, kind of like hash brown potatoes with cheese, and then the cornflake topping. Some gravy. This is the sugar-free dessert. You guys have already seen that at the house, though. It's already been taste tested, and it tastes like Thanksgiving. So we have green beans over here in the crock pot, some corn, some turkey breast right here, mashed potatoes.
We're all waiting on Janice.
I know, they're all waiting on me to film. Everybody's hungry. Got some deviled eggs. We call them stuffed eggs, deviled eggs, whatever you want to call them. And then we've got fruit and veggies, all kinds of pretty, pretty colorful things there, and some cantaloupe, and some summer sausage with some crackers, and a cheese ball with crackers, and a yummy salad. My sister brought that, and another veggie tray. Brussels sprouts, you've already seen that. Cornbread, sweet potato casserole, you've already seen that too. 7-layer, or not 7-layer, pasta house copycat salad. I've already put the dressing on. Did you know? I was going to show the floor. I didn't know if you wanted to be on there. And then over on the dessert table. Okay, what all do we have here? It's a surprise. Okay, well that's what's in the container. You never know what's going to be in the container. Okay, it looks like we've got some pies here. What kind of pies did they bring? I don't know. Let's see. Oh, that's a pecan pie there. I'm not sure what type, maybe a coffee cake? I'm not quite for sure on that one. Let's see, is this the same or is this different? This is a pumpkin pie in there. So we've got that. A cookie platter here, some homemade treats, Sarah's apple pie, and then just like a Chex Mix, something. The kids have been coming over here and getting the little cups of stuff and snacking on that mix. So we are gonna go ahead and get the crew eating here. And of course, Grandma's house always has candy. That's where Rebekah will tell you. I go to Grandma's house and I get candy. So we are gonna go ahead and get ready to eat, guys. All right, guys, it is the next day and I think we're gonna wrap up this video. So here are kind of our plans for today because you know, Sarah and Andrew and Rebekah aren't here. They're off at grandma camp. It kind of throws things off. So what is on the to-do list for today? Today is wash tablecloth day. So it's the last day for Mr. Gobble Gobble here with us. David is in denial. He says Mr. Gobble Gobble should stay, but I do plan to wash all of the fall decorations up and go ahead and put down my tablecloth with snowflakes and stuff on it. We're gonna switch over to wintertime stuff today. I don't have garlic planted yet for harvesting next year. I really need to get that done, but the pathway dude, the guy that's building our pathway to the summer kitchen, is supposed to come out today, and he's hoping to finish the job today. So I expect him to be here like all day long pretty much, and I really don't want to be coming and going through the yard, going to the garden and all that kind of stuff. So I'm thinking I'm going to focus this afternoon maybe on just cleaning up the house, doing mama cleaning in the house. I don't know. I do need to get a grocery haul video posted for you guys this morning. I am going to go ahead and do the budget today. I'm going to get another batch of mushrooms going in the freeze dryer today. So that's kind of what we're thinking. And everybody else is going to get their jobs and stuff done too. Sam is back there. Where's he at? He's unloading the dishwasher, doing some morning jobs. David's having his kombucha. They're going to get ready to go outside. So, all right. I do hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed kind of hanging out with us for Thanksgiving food prep. And if you did, thumbs up, please, because it helps. Double check that you are subscribed, and then share our channel with others. Just tell them about Ozark Family Homestead. So thanks a whole bunch, you guys, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching Ozark Family Homestead.